So we're obviously practicing with some chords here that you either have at home already or that I've given you. So there's a couple of different sections that we use with these to isolate the muscles. Of course, yeah, you can just pull them all the way through. You've got enough flexibility in them, but you're not going to have the same range of motion as you're going to in the pool anyway. So I think that you'd probably be better off isolating the muscles and breaking it down into 3 different points. So you've got the catch, which is the top section, you've got the mid point, which is through here, and then you've got the back end. Okay, so we'll run through these, then I'll show you a couple other little exercises that'll help you just with your strength and mobility. A few of you guys already heard me say there's not anything you do during the day where you're actually pulling down like that. Okay, we just don't really do that at all in day to day. Everything's sort of maximum kind of up around here somewhere, unless they're a labourer or something like that. So the first section is that we're going to start with the catch. So the catch needs to be quite wide. Okay, if you ever listen to any of the swim coaches and stuff like that, your entry should be wide for the catch. Okay, so when they say catch, they're talking about when you're hitting the water, you're going to glide through, and then what you do with yourself after that. Okay, so we need to make sure, depending on the angle of what we've attached the rope to, we need to make sure generally if it's coming from in front of us that we actually are leaning over like we are swimming. If we're standing up and doing this, obviously it's not going to make any sense. So we want to be in a position like we would be in the pool. Okay, so we want to be able to arch our back, keep quite flat. So I'm coming from a bit of a height here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to practice that first bit of the pull, first bit of the entry. Once you enter the water, that first pull through. Okay, so you notice I'm keeping my elbows high. We don't want to have our hands down here somewhere, it's too far away. When we swim, we don't have our hands down here, or we shouldn't. It should be still quite high up, and it shouldn't be crossed over this way or out too far. Alright, should be streamlined coming through and then out the back. So I'll do it sideways, and then I'll do it a demo in front as well. So sideways, high elbows still, and we're just pulling through. Now you should be able to feel engaging on this lat here. Okay, so first section, which is just the catch, making sure that your hands are out in line with your shoulders, okay, or just out from that. Now the second section is just this midpoint here, so we're just going to pull through. Remember, we're keeping our elbow like this, so we're not too far away from our center line. We don't want our hand in the water down here. We want it up here because we've actually got more power. Okay, we're going to engage our bigger muscles, not just tire and burn out our shoulders. So midpoint through there. Okay, keep your hands quite flat. We don't want to hold them like this because that's just bad habit. We don't ever swim like that, except maybe at the start of the race. So I'm just going to pull through there. Now the back end of this, we're just going to adjust a little bit more forward, and we're going to practice coming out the back. Now this is obviously the hardest part for some people because we just don't have the strength to come out short because we don't have that back end strength. Okay, so catch, midpoint, back end. All right. Now from the front, it obviously looks a little different. Now this chord's a little lower, so I'm gonna have to lean over a little bit more. Okay. It's also a little bit more flexy because of this one's a little bit older. Okay, so we're coming in. This is where we're entering. Now we're just grabbing that and just pulling through. Okay, we should be pulling with our lats, not with our hand. Okay, so we shouldn't really have to bend that elbow too much except at the start. So we bend at the start to come through, and then we start to pull. Okay, Run through that. You can do it slow. Once you get a little bit more coordinated, you can go a little bit quicker. Okay, remember we're leant over, so we're kind of in the same streamline we would be or close to in the pool. And we're going to come forward so we can pull back a little more. So we want to practice on this midsection. We don't want to be out here anywhere. We still want to be just in line with the outside of our body. Okay, obviously when we're swimming, we're going to rotate, but we can't with these. Just pulling through, engaging. I feel my lats working. My hands are flat. They're also pointing to the bottom of the ground or the pool. Bottom of the pool. Okay, we're going to move forward a little bit more for the back end, and we're going to come through out the back. Okay, now this is quite a difficult one, but you can move a little bit more forward, and this just depends on how strong and how hard the actual chords are. So there's a few other little exercises that you can do with these. Now the first one would be to do some tricep pulls with them. So grab the chords where you feel comfortable, where it's not too much tension or enough for your strength. We're just going to pull them down. Okay, it's the same as a machine at the gym. Obviously you can adjust the tension and how much pressure is on there. Okay. Now, some other ones just to get those small muscles going in the shoulders, around the shoulders and in the back, and that is, I like to just do some pullbacks like that. Okay. Now you can transfer these to go the other way. Obviously it's going to work different muscles. Okay. Pull through. Now you will see some people trying to do full strokes. Now I would say practice with the small stuff first before you start pulling through, because otherwise you'll be all over the place. Okay. Arched over, pull all the way through. Now it doesn't need to be fast. You're better off engaging the muscles, slowing it down, just giving yourself a little bit more tension on there, so you pull all the way through. Okay. So there's 4 steps that you can do. You got the catch, you got the midpoint, you got the back end, and then you can do a full pull through. Then you've got the tricep extensions, you've got the outs like that, and then reverse that around as well. Now these will keep all the smaller muscles engaged, keep a lot of strength while you're out of the water. It's going to isolate those muscles a lot better than a lot of the other gym type machines or equipment that you can actually use. Okay. 9 minutes.